Doodle-doo. I was working there. It was me and one other female coworker. I was under the impression, from what I had been told, from what I've been told, by management at the orientation, by what the company was saying on their website, in the stores and everywhere, that in order to be in the store, in order to patronize the store, you have to be wearing a mask. And I was under the impression that I was under the had the authority to tell people to wear a mask or get out. So, a group of people, seven people, I believe it was, a couple women, three women, 2 guys, 2 kids. I think that's 7. I can't think of it right now. And they came in strutting, not wearing a mask. I was like, I lean over to my coworker. I'm like, hey, they're not wearing masks. What should we do anything about this? And she said, I don't know. She's like, I'm not gonna do anything, because she was scared of how people would react. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. So I went over and I was like, hey, how are we doing today? And they were like, oh, we're fine, we're fine. I was like, just so you know, do you guys have a mask? Do you guys have a mask? And it was like, no, we don't. I was like, oh, well, do you want one? Do you have one in your car? And they're like, no, we're not gonna wear a mask. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm, store policy to wear a mask. And they're like, well, are we gonna leave? And I was like, yeah, if you're not gonna put on a mask, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And they're like, all right, like the head bitch of the clan. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I thought it was over. And as I walk back to my cash register, I get clapped at. I like to clap my syllables. And I was like, didn't know we were in communist China. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna, you're okay. And I'm like, I didn't respond to that. And they were leaving, and I was like, okay, if I just ignore them, they'll go away. And then they started to rant about, equals communism confirmed, yes. I got the classic "This is America" shit. I got it all. I got the kit and caboodle, dude. And finally, they wouldn't shut the fuck up. They were giving me their manifestos, and I was fine. I was kind of just like listening to it, and I'm like, bro, this is the store policy. You wear a mask or you get out. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I finally say, get out of my damn store, right? I said, damn. So their voices started to raise. It started to rise like heat. I wasn't the manager, but I wanted them to kind of think that I was, subtly. So I said, get out of my damn store. Oh, and then I was told not to cuss in front of her children. Don't cuss in front of my children. And then her friend kind of stepped in front of her and said, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. You have no fucking brain. You piece of shit. Fuck you. And she started getting on the coworker. And at that point in time, my coworker has done nothing but continue to do the work that she was doing before any of this was going down. She did nothing, and she got yelled at. And here's what I should have done. They said that to me and to her. They started looking at her and just like, why are you working for such a brain dead company? I'm like, Bro, the irony is so thick. I can taste it. I can taste the irony. Oh, it's so palpable. So thick. Ugh. And bro, here's what I should have done. At that point, I was already like, okay, I was, whew. I was keeping it in. Right? And if I had known I was gonna quit that day, I would have taken off my apron. I would have threw it on the ground, and I would have stood up on the table that was in front of us, and I would have fucking laid into them. As I was talking, I would have gotten closer to him, and then I would get close enough. I wanted to squat down, and I wanted to look their kids straight in the eyes, and I wanted to say, and everyone clapped. Yeah, sure. What I should have said to those kids was, I am sorry that you have parents who are as brain dead as they are. I wanted to talk directly to those kids. And then I was told by the manager when they got back that they're like, yeah, you're not going to do that. No. And I'm like, well, then why the fuck are there two signs? There's like an entrance, and then there's another entrance. So like, there's a sliding glass door that you come in, and then there's like a little hallway that has the carts and shit because it was a Toys R Us. You had the carts, and then there would be another door into the actual store. And so at each of those doors, there was a masks are mandatory. And at that time in California, it was against the law to not wear a mask in a public area. Anywhere. It was against the law. Them physically going in, I could have called the cops right then, dude. They legit would have fucking busted them. On God. Don't be a Karen. Don't be stupid. If there's anything, just, bro, this whole don't trust the government shit, yeah, I could agree. But when it comes to shit like this, bro, I don't understand. I don't understand how people can be so fucking brain dead. I don't get it. I don't get it. I will piss and spit on your grave in a video game. So that's the story. Just a sea of hypocrisy and irony.